It's still blocking the comments. StreamYard amazes me.
It's an advertisement for them. It was on the page. Every time we hit it, it put an advert.
Wait, leave the lamp on.
I'm going to shut it off.
All right. We're back. Now this is we're not going to be here long because we spent so much time in the basement. So this is Chris's choice. She spent more time up here than I have, and give it a few minutes for some people to join again. So we're still at Camp Evans in the Info Age building. It's in Wall Township. We're actually on the second floor now in a room. Again, this is the building where we're going to be doing an event May 3rd, where we're going to investigate the entire building, and we're going to have Cody and Satori and John Zaffis here along with their haunted objects. So you get to hang out with them, see the haunted object display, investigate the entire building with New Jersey Paranormal and John Zaffis and Cody and Satori. And we're going to probably investigate their objects as well. So if you want tickets, there's only 5 tickets left to come into this building with John Zaffis, Cody Satori, and New Jersey Paranormal. Email New Jersey Paranormal. You have to spell out New Jersey Paranormal at yahoo.com to get one of the last 5 tickets. Okay, guys, May 3rd. It's May 3rd from 7 p.m. till midnight. May 3rd, 7 p.m. till midnight, New Jersey Paranormal at yahoo.com. So tell me about this room. I'm not in this room ever.
Okay. So when we first started coming here many, many years ago, this was a room that I would do scrying and do natural stuff in, pendulums, all that good stuff. And while we're sitting here, we would get shadows and activity going past this door and hearing stuff out in the hall, and this door would open. And people started seeing like.
Did you see my flashlight just blink out when I went by the doorway?
Wow.
I went that way and it totally blinked out and then came back on.
So,
I don't know if something blocked it. Did you guys see that? I went from here to here and it was like blocked out for a second.
Well, that's where the hag is seen.
Huh.
So when we were doing stuff with mirrors, people were seeing what they described as this really old, scary looking woman with a beak nose, and her face was really wrinkled, and she had like white hair. And they said she was really creepy. And that's how people would describe her, almost like witchy. And this room got taken over, was rented out. And I never told anyone about people seeing this to the people that work here. And the head was talking to us many years later and said that Catholic Charities had rented out this room, and then they suddenly left. And the reason why they left was because they kept seeing what they called a hag in this room that freaked them out. And I had never told the director the experience that we had in here of this old woman that people called a witch, but the Catholic Charities called her hag. So there's definitely, I had John Zaffis in here, and he definitely picked up on the energy of her. So there's activity usually by the door, and in this room at any point in time can happen all of a sudden. I've actually never tried EVPs in here. So again, I'm sure that you don't appreciate being called hag. I would love to call you something else. You scared a lot of people. Some people felt it was intentional, like you were doing it on purpose, and they felt a certain negative energy. This room has definitely given me the EBGBs, and I've gotten scared in here, and I've seen things I can't explain. So I brought somebody with me. This is John. You know I'm Chris. I was talking to you before John came in the room, and you actually responded. Could you please touch anything that's lit in the room? Whether it's a purple light, green, red, or even the little music boxes that are on the table, and just let us know you're here and that you can hear me. Can you do that for us?
Have you brought equipment in here before or no?
No, I haven't.
So the things that we have,
Usually I have stuff out in the hall. I mean, I've explained, like
Okay.
I've had stuff here.
So they know,
before you
they're
came in,
familiar.
I was explaining everything.
oh, they're familiar. Okay.
It is familiar because I put stuff out in the hall. I've had the tripwire out there. Like I said, you can get a shadow figure all of a sudden go by that door. You can see things from the corner of your eye.
I should have put
move,
my bell out there.
and then stuff will go off, like the static dome or whatever. Like while you were out
I
there
want
and I
to
was
should I get
talking,
my bell?
I asked it to come in, and the static dome all of a sudden. Where's your bell? It's
They're
out
in
there,
the
right?
cases. You got to open up the cases.
I'm just gonna.
I want to put one on either side, one
I'm just
facing that way,
I would like to put it by
one
the door.
facing that way on either side so we can cover both ends of the hallway. Hello, again, I've never been in here. My name is John. I would not want to be referred to as a hag, that's for sure. Is there anybody in here that has a message maybe? Maybe they're trying to get something across. Maybe they need help. Maybe they just want to be acknowledged as somebody else who worked here or was here at one point and played some kind of role in this facility at some time. And now they're being referred to as something else.
Was it you who purposely scared those women off? Was that intentional, or did they just get afraid and you were trying to communicate?
I say we try EVP in here.
Oh,
And then-
I definitely think so.
And then maybe the S day in here too. Patricia said you did the S day in the hall.
Yes, Danielle. Yes, Danielle did do that out there.
So maybe we try that and then we kind of call it a night.
All right. So
I thought
where
we'd be
would
able
you
to
like me
cover
put
so much
this?
more of the
I
building,
would
but
like this out here.
put one facing that one way and one facing the other way. One facing the hallway down that way. Yeah. And then one to see if anybody's
Now
coming
it's
the
just
other
so,
way.
like, I would do the estates right there in that dark hallway.
Well, that's
'cause
going to cover
hallway-
that end.
That hallway is.
And well, that's where we'll do it. Holy shit. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone just shushed me.
Probably did.
I just shush you. It sounded like someone just went, shh. I didn't set that off. Look. Okay, I did. All right, I'm close enough.
All
I
right,
want
let
to
me go
make
down
sure.
here.
Right there. Someone just shushed me.
All right, I'm just gonna move that a little more that way.
This way we're monitoring the motion in the hallway. Either way, we have it covered.
Okay. And I would like to do a bell in here on the back table back there. So if she didn't want to be near us or whatever it is that's in here or around us, it wouldn't have to be close. Again, I've never had one of these in here. But you
I
just
swear
go
I
down
had
the
somebody
hall.
shush me.
That's all you have to do, just to let us know. And I'm going to go sit over here out of the way, okay? So again, you shush John. You can make these things go off too. There's one there and there's one over there. I know sometimes you can be real sneaky and sneak up all of a sudden when nobody's paying any attention.
Did you hear that?
I did. You'll hear noises that there, John, table. Right by the bell. But that's what she does. All of a sudden, you'll start swirling around you. Things will start to happen out of the blue.
Where was that knock? Where was that knock behind me? Could you do that again? That was like a boop. This is all wood paneling, so you'd hear a pretty good knock on that wall if somebody were to do it.
This is the end of the building where if people were on the other side, because there's another whole section down the other way, people would see things poking out of these doorways, shadow figures poking out.
I'm sorry. We're at the Info Age building at Camp Evans. This is in Wall Township. This was once a military research facility. Again, if you Google Camp Evans, you'll see all the information about it. Again, I just heard.
So,
Hold on. There it is. See, I told you I heard something out there.
and I pushed that so far away from the door.
Now that I see where I am, this is where I am. I'm nowhere near that hallway, and my flashlight will not make that motion sensor go off. Is somebody knocking out there? I keep hearing a knock. And then I heard the bell.
Why don't you come in and sit with us?
Here, I'm going to knock on this wood panel here 3 times. Ready? I want you to repeat this knock or just knock back. Weird. Really weird. Is that in here?
On the table. Hello. Now that we know that you're here and you've definitely demonstrated that you know how to use all of these things, could you please set something off to let us know that you're willing to talk to us? Could you do that for me, please?
Kristen Eklund, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. We talk to spirits as if they were people because they were people. So we treat them with respect and talk to them that way. So I don't agree with you. So I think we are doing it the right way.
Everybody has different ways of doing
Yeah,
things.
yeah, and I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. And I will be contacting you to find out the right way to talk to spirits.
I didn't realize anyone had the answers to that. So, again, did you intentionally set out to scare the people that were in this room? Could you ring or touch something to let me know if you just wanted to communicate with them and talk to them and they misunderstood? Or did you purposely set out to scare and intimidate? Were you trying to get them out of your space? I think you should do an EVP session in here. You ask her the questions because I will be honest, it was the men in here that really got the activity.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll do it. Again, on Facebook and YouTube, where there are issues with, I don't know if it's with the feed in general, but I am seeing things along the way here kind of popping up and stuff that is really weird with the feed. So I guess we'll figure that out after.
All right, here. Your recorder's right there. And then we'll do an EVP session in here real quick, and then we'll do an Estays in the hall and wrap it up.
Any place in particular you think is better than?
I think you should sit back there. I think we should be away from the door and sit back there.
Proper way to talk to spirits.
What's not a way to talk spirit?
I'm just saying the person's comment. So to contact her if I wanted the proper way to speak to spirits.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's got the book.
Lots of experts out there.
Okay. We just started yesterday.
I know. I wasn't doing this for 25 years, maybe.
Well, everybody's trying to find their niche.
Okay.
I just saw, I'm in the way back of the room here, the wall. And John's right here.
Okay, so not sure if you're familiar with what a recorder is. I'm not sure, again, your time period as far as when you were here. this device in my hand could actually record your voice, copy your voice, or because we can't hear you, we can't see you. You could be speaking right now, and we couldn't hear it, unfortunately. So we use this little device here to hear your voice. If you speak loud enough and clear enough, we may be able to hear it through this little box here called a recorder. I know, again, there's a lot of communication devices in this building.
Did you hear it?
That what?
The bell.
Really?
Yes.
That the military used, and something similar but smaller. It's like a reel-to-reel recorder or one of those beta recorders. It's just a smaller version of that. So we're going to try this, okay? I'm going to ask you questions, and then I'm going to pause, and I'm going to give you a chance to respond. Okay, so just as loud and as clear as you can, okay? I'm going to put the recorder on the table in front of me. It's right there. I'm going to hit record. My name is John, and this is Chris. We've been here many times. I've never been in this area before. Would you mind saying hello or telling us what your name is? Did you ever work in this building or on this particular floor? Did you work on any specific projects? There were people that would have their meetings here. What was the name of the group?
The Catholic Charities.
And again, from what I was told, I don't know. They stopped having their meetings because they seemed to think that somebody was here. Do you know that you had an influence on them so that they won't have their meetings here? Was that your intention? So that noise in the hallway, is that the same person who's in this room, or is there someone different out there? If the person out there could hear me, could you please tell me your name? Are you seeking attention or acknowledgement? Or is there something you need? Do you need help with anything? Is there a message that you have? Chris mentioned a term, hag. I mean, that would offend me. Are you offended by that term? You can make a noise in the hallway or say something. Can you tell me about what year you worked here? Turning off the recorder. That bang was pretty damn loud.
Yeah.
That wasn't the bell, right? That was just
No, that was a bell.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Where's my cord? Oh. There's motion going on tonight, that's for sure. I'd love to see a shadow walk by that. Could you walk by the doorway? I'm sure you can see the light coming from the room here. Any chance you could see my shadow there? See that? Any chance that you could just pass by there so we could see you? You've got to be close because we hear the bell. Just you could walk right by the room, just so we could see you. Damn. My name is John, and this is Chris. We've been here many times. I've never been in this area before. Would you mind saying hello or telling us what your name is? Did you ever work in this building or on this particular floor? Did you work on any specific projects? Do you hear that? Mm-hmm. I was right next. There were people that would have their meetings here. Someone just knocked on the panel right there.
Yeah, it's not a window. That's wood.
Could you do that again?
The window's up.
It was like, tuk-tuk. Just one more time. I heard a tap tap on the wood.
Beantown heard it too. So did Rebel Soul.
Oh, got my attention. Here. What was the name of the group?
The Catholic Charities.
And again, from what I was told, I don't know. They stopped having their meetings because they seemed to think that somebody was here. Do you know that you had an influence on them so that they won't have their meetings here? Was that your intention? See, that was the bang.
That was the bang you heard.
So that noise in the hallway, is that the same person who was in this room, or is there someone different out there? If the person out there can hear me, could you please tell me your name? There's a light just went on out there.
She had the bell out there and the bell right here by you at the
There was
table.
no bell, it was a light. Are you seeking attention or acknowledgement? Or is there something you need? Do you need help with anything? Is there a message that you have? Not talking. No, nobody's talking. Chris mentioned a term, hag. I mean, that would offend me. Are you offended by that term? You can make a noise in the hallway or say something. Not in here. Could you tell me about what year you worked here?
Right there.
Was a breath. You worked here? You worked here? You worked here? Here? Turning off the recorder. No, maybe if he's.
So let's do it real quick because she's definitely out in the hall setting off those bells. Let's do it.
I wonder if we just put the recorder out in the hall and just ask like 4 questions. Just
Instead of doing
it's-
our essay.
no, but just to see if they'll answer out there as opposed
Try.
to here. I mean,
It's worth a shot.
we'll think about wrapping it up.
Yeah, I think so too because it's already almost 10 o'clock.
Okay,
Huh?
so here's what we're gonna do. I'm not sure if there's somebody in the hallway. We're hearing a lot of bells going off out there. I'm gonna take this recorder. You see me? I'm right here. See me? I'm gonna take this recorder and I'm gonna put it right down here in the hallway. And it's a pretty good echo out here. So we may be able to hear you even if you're talking down there. Could you approach me so either of these bells go off, please? So I know that you're around me. I'm just right here. Any chance you could come near me? Okay, so I'm gonna take this and just put it down right here, okay? It's on. Right here on the floor. This is me walking away. Make sure I sit far away from it. I'm gonna sit in this chair right here. Okay. I'm sitting. I'm not gonna approach the hallway. Again, if you're out there, I did hear a tap, tap, tap next to me. If you're in the hallway and you feel better about answering from out there, could you please say hello or say your name?
Are you afraid of someone?
Do you know the name of the woman who works down the hall in the office there? I'll ask you again, is there anything that you need help with? Can we help you in any way? Do you have any idea how many others are still in and around this building? Could you make a noise somewhere in the hallway right now? Just how about 2 knocks like you did on the wall right there? Could you do that right now, please? That was pretty darn good with the bell, but I'm gonna knock on this table, just knock, knock. Could you do that after I do it on the table here, please? Just one more time, please. Okay, I'm just gonna knock 2 times on the table and you repeat it out there. Okay, this is me getting up, walking towards the recorder. This is me coming over to shut it off. It's pretty cool. The bell went off.
It did.
I asked for a knock and I
And
got
it said
a
ding.
bell and a knock.
And yeah, and they heard it. They heard the bell and the knock.
It's on. Right here on the floor. This is me walking away. Make sure I sit far away from it. I sit in this chair right here. Okay. I'm sitting. I'm not going to approach the hallway. Not going to. Okay. I'm sitting. I'm not going to approach the hallway. Again, if you're out there, I did hear a tap, tap, tap next to me. If you're in the hallway and you feel better about answering from out there, could you please say hello or say your name? It's amazing the number of EVPs we got in the basement.
And
Are you afraid of someone?
Do you know the name of the woman who works down the hall in the office there? Getting no EVPs up here. Alicia, again, is there anything that you need help with? Can we help you in any way? Do you have any idea how
That's the
many
knock.
others are still in and around this building? That wasn't even the bell. Could you make a noise somewhere in the hallway right now? Just how about 2 knocks like you did on the wall right there? Could you do that right now, please? Literally on command. That was pretty good. And there it was.
And
That
there was the knock.
I heard. There it is. No, that was pretty darn good with the bell. But I'm going to knock on this table. Just knock, knock. Could you do that after I do it on the table here, please? Just one more time, please. Okay, I'm just going to knock 2 times on that. I'm just going to, could you do that after I do it on the table here, please? Just one more time, please. Okay, I'm just going to knock one more time, please. Okay, I'm just going to knock 2 times on the table and you repeat it out there. Okay.
It did it.
Do you hear it?
It did it.
Okay. Did you hear it? Okay.
I told you.
Walking towards the recorder. This is me coming over to shut it off. Again, not amazing activity like the basement. That's pretty good though. That tap, tap.
It's a different energy.
Much
It's a
lighter.
whole
that dude
different.
down there was crazy, crazy.
John, it tapped twice.
I know that was, and the bell. Literally, when I said
Yeah.
make a noise, the bell went off. You know, I don't know if you want to try and.
No,
escalate
it's
things
10
or
o'clock.
something.
We've been here since 6 o'clock.
Okay, so again,
They get to do that if they come to the event on May 3rd.
the basement was phenomenal. That room, I wish I could go back down there right now, but I know Chris would never let me. So, Camp Evans, this is the Info Age building, Wall Township. Look it up, Google the site, you'll find all the information about it.
So much history here.
Again, if you want to check it out yourself, May 3rd, you couldn't have picked a better event. John Zaffis, Cody and Satori, they'll have their haunted objects laid out. They'll be doing lectures. They'll have their objects so you can see them and hold them. And then you get to investigate the whole entire building, not just where we were in the basement, not just this one room on the second floor, the whole entire building. This whole entire building is active. So email New Jersey Paranormal. You have to spell New Jersey Paranormal, one word, at yahoo.com. 5 tickets left. Thanks for watching, guys.
And we know that you wanted us to do an Este method, but like I said, we've been here since 6 o'clock and we're kind of worn out and tired and our phones are going dead. But
Chris is great.
the
She's not
SD
gonna- she's not gonna
the
do it.
Este method, if you come, you can experience and do it yourself here. So
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you in
Stay-
a couple of days.
stay healthy and remember to be kind to each other. Good night, everybody.